Have you ever stood at the pinnacle you once craved, only to realize that the brilliant spotlight no longer warms your restless, searching soul within? When the old success formulas, the maps that society handed to you suddenly become useless, you find yourself standing at the edge of a deep void. Welcome to the threshold of uncertainty. This is not the end of your story, but the beginning of a profound new art, walking through the dark. The blueprints that once promised security are now nothing more than whispers of a past that can no longer guide you to your future destination. Every milestone you achieved feels heavy, like anchor chains that no longer hold, as the world you understood begins to shift into something entirely unrecognizable. You are entering a space where logic fails and intuition takes the lead. It is a transition period where the old dies but the new remains. In this misty forest, there are no trails blazed by others. Every step you take is a trial of faith in a direction you cannot see. Your eyes strain to find a landmark, but the horizon has vanished. You are left with only the sound of your own heart beating in silence. The fear of the unknown is natural, yet within that fear lies the seed of a different kind of strength that only the darkness can reveal. We have been taught to fear the dark, but what if the dark is exactly where you need to be to find your true self again? This is the moment of total honesty. When everything external falls away, you are finally forced to confront the person you have become in the shadows. The first sign of this shift is a profound sense of temporal distortion. Your old schedule feels like a prison, and time itself seems to break. The machinery of your daily life, once so efficient and reliable, begins to stutter. The tasks that once gave you pride now feel hollow and exhausting. You are performing a role that no longer fits. You have the status, you have the comfort, but the spark of meaning has long since vanished. The world keeps rushing past, but you feel like a ghost in your own life, disconnected from the goals that everyone else is still chasing. Your internal compass is spinning. Wealth, reputation, and social approval, the North Stars you follow for decades, have suddenly lost their magnetic pull on your heart. Don't mistake this confusion for failure. It is a necessary collapse. The structures of your old life must crumble to make room for something more authentic. There is a weight you cannot explain, a fatigue that sleep cannot cure. It is the exhaustion of carrying a version of yourself that is dying. You have climbed the mountain only to find the view is empty. This existential loneliness is the universe's way of calling you back to your center. Listen to the quiet voice that whispers, there is more than this. It is not a call to do more, but a call to be more. The person you were yesterday can no longer survive in the reality of today. You're being asked to shed your old skin completely and forever. Letting go of the old map is the hardest part. We cling to our misery because it is familiar, but freedom requires us to let go. Standing still is the first act of courage. In the rush to find a new path, we often miss the lessons that only stillness can provide. The void is not empty. It is full of potential. It is the fertile soil where the next version of your life is currently germinating in secret. Every system you trusted is falling apart. This is not a catastrophe. It is a clearing. The universe is removing the obstacles you were too afraid to move. Trust the process of disintegration. Out of this chaos, a new order will emerge, one that is aligned with your soul rather than your ego. When you can no longer see your way forward, you must learn to listen. The darkness forces a shift from the visual to the internal senses. A single candle does not light the whole path, but it lights the next step. In the dark, the small things become the most important things. Nurture your inner light. It may feel small and fragile now, but it is the only guide that can never be taken away from you. Protection of your peace becomes your primary job. Stop seeking external validation and start listening to the quiet murmurs of your own deep intuition. You are not alone in this dark. You are with yourself. For many, this is the first time they have truly met their own soul. Your mind must become like this lake. When the ripples of ambition and fear settle, The clarity of the stars begins to reflect in your heart. One thought, one realization can change everything, but you must be still enough to catch the drop before it vanishes into the depths. The darkness is not silent, it is full of the rhythm of growth. Roots are pushing through soil, and stars are moving in their ancient cycles. You are learning to synchronize your heartbeat with the heartbeat of the world. This is the true meaning of finding your place in the universe. The need to know the future is a trap. The wisdom of the dark is the ability to be comfortable with not knowing at all. Breath by breath, you reclaim your power. Every inhale is a choice to stay present. Every exhale is a choice to let go of the past. Feel the temperature of your own courage. It is a slow, steady heat that builds when you stop running and start standing your ground. Your internal compass is recalibrating. It is no longer pointing to a destination, but to a state of being that feels like home. Walking in the dark is about feeling the ground with your feet, not seeing the end with your eyes. Trust the earth beneath you now. You are becoming the light you were looking for. The shadows are no longer a threat. They are the canvas upon which you shine. To build a new life, you must start with a new foundation. Ask yourself, what remains when everything you do is taken away from you? Follow your curiosity, not your ambition. Curiosity is a gentle pull toward the things that nourish your soul without demanding a specific result. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision that something else is more important. Your truth is worth the risk of being lost. This is your new map. It doesn't tell you where to go, it tells you who to be. From that state of being, the path emerges. Take the smallest possible action that feels true. You don't need a 10-year plan, you only need to know the very next right move. Invest in things that grow slowly. In a world of instant gratification, the art of walking in the dark requires the patience of a gardener. Accept uncertainty as fertile ground. In the unknown, all things are possible. The rigid maps of the past only allowed for one narrow future. You are the architect of your own meaning. When the old stories fail, you have the divine right to write a story that is better. Notice the light points in your day, a conversation that sparks joy, a book that opens your mind, a moment of unexpected peace in nature. These are the breadcrumbs leading you home. They may seem insignificant to the world, but they are the most valuable treasures you currently possess. Care for the life that is right in front of you. By tending to the small, you prepare yourself for the return of the large. You are not falling behind. You are in a necessary winter. The trees are not dead in winter. They are simply gathering strength for spring. Build your resilience in the silence. The world values the harvest, but the darkness is where the true growth of the soul actually happens. Trust your own rhythm. The pace of your recovery and rediscovery is perfect exactly as it is. Do not compare your dark to their light. Life is a river, not a highway. Highways have exits and signs, but rivers require you to flow with the current of your own destiny. Distance provides perspective. Nudge from the heights of your own solitude. You can see the patterns of your life that were invisible when you were busy. Value what you have found in the shadows. These insights are hard-won and will be the foundation of your most authentic future self and life. Humor is a sign of healing. When you can smile at the absurdity of your own collapse, the darkness has no power over you anymore. You are beginning to create, not because you have to, but because your inner world is now so full, it must overflow into the light. Your circle may be smaller, but the connections are deeper. In the dark, you find out who truly sees you and who only saw your success. The environment is no longer hostile. You have made peace with the shadows, and in doing so, you have made peace with the whole world. Each step is an affirmation of your existence. You are here. You are moving. You are becoming the road that you are walking upon today. The longest night is finally coming to an end, not because the world changed, but because you changed into someone who can carry the dawn. Behold the first light. It is not the harsh glare of your old life, but a soft new morning that promises a different kind of day. The heat of the sun on your skin feels different now. You don't take it for granted. You know exactly what it took to find it. The world you left is still there, but you're seeing it from a higher perspective. The old problems look small from the peak of growth. You are a survivor of the void. You have walked through the fire and the frost, and you have come out with a heart made of gold. You are not an island. You are part of the great forest of life. Your journey has connected you to the universal struggle and triumph of all. This is the dawn of your new maturity, a strength that is not based on what you have, but on who you have become in silence. When the old formulas collapsed, you were finally free to write your own. Your life is no longer a copy. It is an original masterpiece now. Go back into the world, but do not become of it. Carry the silence of the dark with you as a shield and a source of power. You have the power to heal others now simply by your presence. You have seen the dark, so you can guide those who are still there. The art of walking in the dark has been mastered. From now on, no shadow can make you lose your way, for you are the light. Continue your journey with courage. Trust the rhythm of your own soul. The entire universe is waiting for you to shine your unique and brilliant light.